Welcome back to the KillCast. Dun, dun, dun. KILLAZ.INC podcast. How you doing, DJ?
Oh, I'm here.
You're here. It's been a while.
Yeah, we've been slacking. Holidays and whatnot.
Slacking and screwing up. So we did have the last episode, or this previous episode 6, all recorded and ready to go, but the fact is that I recorded it in the wrong format because I have a new PC build, which we'll talk about later, but I have a new PC build and I had some new software installed for Streamlabs and all that good stuff, but it defaults to FLV file format, which does not work with anything, apparently. So I had to switch that out. We had an entire podcast that we had to scrap because we couldn't salvage it, unfortunately, but we're here now, so we'll try and cover that stuff here. Holidays have been pretty crazy for both of us. We've been busy and not able to really get a lot of content pumped out, unfortunately, but we're back now. And so the video game awards happened Thursday, December 12th, and we're going to check out the winners of the 2019 nominees. There's a number of different categories we'll go through, and we'll just kind of play a guessing game with DJ a little bit and see if you can figure out which ones won which category titles and whatnot. So we'll see what happens with that.
The good news to this is I don't remember them, so it'll still be guessing.
Exactly. I don't remember them either, so
Death Stranding's in there somewhere. I only remember that one because that game never should have got an award.
yeah, exactly. I do remember that one in there. I think that was a nominee for a number of different categories, if I remember correctly, but
Was junk one of the categories?
thankfully,
Perhaps. Or trash?
it was. It should have been. Should have been. It'd be like a big pile of steam and dump. All right, so we're gonna go through the 2019 nominees and winners right now. And so first title is going to be Game of the Year.
I don't remember it all. I'm trying to think of what was a decent game of the year.
So we have Control, Death Stranding, Sekiro, Resident Evil 2, Smash Bros, and The Outer Worlds.
I feel like Sekiro.
Correct. So yeah, it looks like Sekiro took Game of the Year, which has been actually kind of controversial on progressive Twitter because people want them to put an easy mode in because it's too hard, but they don't understand the concept of the game, that it's like that's the point. It's supposed to be challenging. It's supposed to be like Dark Souls 1 where you can't beat it unless you just sink hours and hours of practice into it and finally tune your skills in it. But so I haven't played it yet. You haven't played it yet. Will be interesting to check it out. I know it's on sale right now on Steam. Be probably looking at getting that shortly at some point in the next month or so. What about you?
It looks good. It does look good. It's not my style of game. More of a shooter guy,
Right.
race simulator guy, but I might check it out.
So action game is the next category, and it looks like we have
Call of Duty.
no, actually.
Jesus.
So we had Apex Legends, Call of Duty, Gears of War 5, Metro Exodus, Astral Chains, and Devil May Cry 5. Looks like Devil May Cry 5 took the category winner for action games. What do you think about that?
I never was into the series, man. My older brother played like every single, but again, it wasn't my style of game. Like I said, shooters and race sims, man. Those are my favorite. It looks good. All the new games are coming out. They look like I could probably get into them if I really wanted to sink some time.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of time, so that's why I usually pick up, some Call of Duty or something, play a couple rounds of that, and I could jump off. And it's not like it takes much to get into it or get out of it. So
Well, it is frustrating when you don't have too much time to like sink into like really hour demanding games where you actually have to get in and get out of it, and it takes a while for that transition period, whatever, for you actually be immersed in the lore again, versus something like a multiplayer game like Call of Duty where you're just kind of in it and you can pick it up, play one round, be done, or you can play all night if you want, and it's kind of like boom, boom, boom. So I get that for sure. I do appreciate that. When I played one of the games on here that was mentioned for or nominated for action game was Apex Legend, and I did play a number of rounds on that game, and I like the fact that it was very fast paced. You didn't have to sit around and wait for a ton of stuff to happen or like spectate for 5 minutes because you died right away or something like that. So that was interesting because as soon as you die, you can go out and start a new match because of the battle royale aspect of it. And I'm not sure if that is the case for stuff like Fortnite or anything like that, but I did enjoy that part of it where I didn't have to sit around and wait for 5 minutes, because that's just crap, especially when you have limited time. RPGs.
Yep. But like I said, they do look good, so I'd like to check them out.
Mm-hmm.
What's our next category?
Going up next, we have action adventure game. Looks like Sekiro won this one.
But it's 2 of them that got.
Yep. For the
2.
best action adventure game combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving.
Must be pretty decent.
Yeah, I have to play it. I can't really say for sure. Okay, next category, we're going to go art direction. This one is an interesting one. For outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation.
I remember this. Wasn't this the Disco Acelia? Where it is?
No.
Was
This
it?
one was a game that neither of us have played either, but I have been interested in checking it out for a while, but it kind of jumped off the radar after it came out. It's called Control. You run around as like a redheaded chick in a corporate building, and you have supernatural powers or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I know it has a pretty good story. I think the ending kind of falls short from what I've heard. It looks beautiful. Again, it's kind of, you get used to the same environment over and over again because you're running through the same building, like a big corporate building or whatever, and you got to get out, I believe the premise of it is. But seems like it's a pretty good game as far as story and obviously visual direction, so I'll have to check it out as well. We're the best gaming podcast ever because we just played the best games and the newest games all the time. This one you'll probably get. Audio design.
Oh, jeez.
It's your favorite game.
Is it Call of Duty?
It is.
That's the award they got, was audio design?
Yep.
What the? Okay.
Recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design.
But everybody hates the audio in that game.
Really?
The biggest comment or complaint on that game was the footsteps are too loud. The audio's messed up.
Really?
Those were the biggest complaints. How did it get an award?
I don't know, man. Who knows? Because this,
Matrix
we
broken.
have to remember, we're going into this whole thing. The video game awards are not chosen by the people. They're chosen by a select critic pool to make more money.
Yeah, I feel like they definitely didn't hit that one.
Like, neither of us watched it, obviously, but the video game awards was essentially like a 3-hour commercial. It was terrible. Like, they announced the Xbox, they announced the Xbox is what they're calling it now, because Series X sucks.
X not to be called Series X. Just
Xbox Series X and Xbox X, and people are like, "Oh, you say you're making kids say sex. Oh, they're so perverted and blah blah blah." And I'm just like, no, they're just stupid. They just don't know how to name consoles, so they just are deciding to call it an Xbox. We'll talk about this more later, but point being is that when they had the release trailer of the Xbox new console or whatever, it was like a minute long, and they just quickly moved on to the next topic. It was like they didn't even talk about it at all. Like, it's just a giant 3-hour commercial with commercials on top of commercials with more commercials, and scattered throughout are a couple of really crappy bands that nobody cares about, and they're just like, oh, this is what the people want, apparently. So that's the bias. That's the premise that we're going under with this whole video game awards review thing. All right, thoughts on that, DJ?
I feel like we digressed there a little bit.
I digress.
As we usually do.
That's true.
My thoughts. I won't be buying a new Xbox, but let's talk the video game awards. What's our next category?
Community support.
Oh,
Jesus.
No, man.
Community support done Destiny 2 for whatever the fuck reason.
Not
Transparency and responsiveness, apparently. So, then we have content creator of the year. Looks like it's Shroud, apparently.
What?
I don't know who that guy is. He plays Overwatch, apparently pretty good, so he's the king. We have esports coach of the year. Apparently that's a thing now. Some guy named Danny Zonic Sorensen, and yeah, no. Esports event. Looks like it was the League of Legends World Championship. Of course it was. That's the only thing that's really big. That's that and Fortnite. Like Fortnite and League. That's like the only two things that are actually esports these days. And people are just like, oh, I can't get enough of it.
Freaking Fortnite, man. I never could get into that game.
It's stupid.
I wanted to get the the Save the World, the actual campaign.
Yeah.
So I thought that would be
Well, apparently
like just the battle royale multiplayer is just not.
Right. Well, apparently when Fortnite came out originally, it was supposed to be like a zombie killer and base builder, but then they're just like, oh, this sucks because nobody likes zombies anymore, so they switched it to like a battle royale thing.
Everybody
And
likes zombies.
Esports Game of the Year is the next category we're looking at, and it looks like it is none other than League of Legends. League of Legends is the winner of that category for Esports Game of the Year. And
Really? Haven't played that either. I think we're pretty crappy game podcasts considering we don't play half these games that everybody's into.
Well, no, I don't play League of Legends. That's a total cult following. Same with Fortnite. It's just like these.
Isn't that kind of like a World of Warcraft type deal where you got to pay for a membership?
No, not necessarily. I mean, you can get better stuff or more points or something, I think, but I'm not really sure how it all works. I know that there's like 3 maps, and it just comes down to how fast people can click on your internet speed connection. That's literally what it comes down to, and it's just like, no. I've played League of Legends a couple of times, and I was just like, this is stupid. Like, I can't believe people waste their lives playing it. Like, it's not fun. It's not entertaining to me. It's not fun at all. It's so boring. It's like Call of Duty, but even worse, because instead of like 7 maps, there's only 3. And you're just doing the same fucking thing over and over again. You're just trying to optimize the same run over and over again. And I'm just like, no. I'd rather play something with a little bit of variety and a goddamn story involved. Thank you very much. So fuck League of Legends.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you like it, then that's your, your bag of tea or whatever, your cup of tea. But,
if you like it, then it's your tea bag.
Don't tell me that is the best game ever, because it sure ain't. Esports host is the next category, which is just a fucking joke at this point. Like, esports host, are you kidding me? And it's some chick.
Yeah, I'm confused about these categories, man.
I don't even know how to say this chick's name. Yeffi Sjorkes de Portere.
Pretty sure that's not right.
That's what it says on the screen. So she won, apparently. I don't know why. Or esports player. God, most of this. Okay, we're just going to skip this esports garbage. Alright, number 1 family game. This one actually looks like it'll be a lot of fun to play. But I don't have a Nintendo Entertainment System.
So it's a Nintendo game.
Mm-hmm. Well, of course.
Nintendo?
All of them are Nintendo games. Every single game for nomination for family game is a Nintendo brand game.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? What is it, Smash Bros?
Close. That's the runner-up. It's a little more spooky.
Oh, Luigi's Mansion 3?
Yes, sir.
Game looks good.
It does. It looks great. I enjoyed the first one very much so. I've really enjoyed a lot of the Mario games. I mean, Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion, and like Smash Bros and stuff.
I still think Smash Bros is better.
Smash Bros Ultimate. I think just people are just tired of it at this point because it's just the same thing, just with new things added, new characters.
You don't get tired of Smash Bros.
Well, apparently the critics do.
Yeah, well, the critics are garbage.
Yeah, that's true. Because they rated stuff like esports teams and esports players and esports hosts.
It's all filler. It's just
Jesus. All right, next one is fighting game, and I bet you'll get this one.
Geez, you're betting on the horse, man.
It's a me, Mario.
Really?
Really what?
Smash Bros?
Yes,
Smash
sir.
Bros?
Smash Bros won the fighting game award, apparently. Super Smash Bros Ultimate.
Said me, Mario. I was thinking like Super Mario Odyssey, and then I remember talking about fighting game, not an adventure game. So there's that.
Apparently that one, so interesting. Fresh indie game is presented by Subway.
Oh my god.
That's what it says right here.
It's so corny.
Fresh indie game presented by Subway. Apparently this one's sponsored by Subway, and the winner is the Disco Elysium, but they screwed up. Oh, I see. They're putting the developers for the name. I see. So Disco Elysium ZA/UM1 fresh indie game. Apparently, that's that RPG game that looks like you're playing Fallout 1, but like
it's like a top
better
scroller
graphics.
deal?
Huh?
Is it like a top scroller?
Yeah, very much so, like a StarCraft feel.
Yeah, top down.
So
I don't hate those.
Yeah.
But like I have American Fugitive on the Switch. It's like a top-down, kind of like a GTA. Pretty decent game. I like some of those, but some of them I can't play.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I really haven't played any since StarCraft. To be quite honest, so I don't know. I mean, I can't really judge a game based on that, but it does seem like it would be. It's kind of weird that that won RPG of the year. Or wait, what was the category? It was fresh indie game or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, presented by Subway.
Yep. All right. So the next category is game direction, and this one is throwing us for a loop because it's for the most outstanding creative vision and innovation in game design and direction.
This is the dumpster fire game, isn't it?
Which one? I mean, there's like 5 of them right now.
No, which one?
Fallout 76.
Damn. I would say that one's probably
Call of Duty.
equally as. Don't you do that? Death Stranding, right?
Yes, sir. You got it.
Yeah, she a burning dumpster fire of poop.
Should have been Google Stadia up there. The biggest fucking fail of 2019. Runner up, Death Stranding. Winner take all, Google Stadia. God, they're still pushing that crap out too like crazy.
Oh man, I keep seeing ads for it. It's like,
oh, I know it's so bad.
Okay, blah blah blah, and I'm like, no, that's not what happens.
No, no. All right, moving on from that tangent, digression.
Google Stadia.
Games for impact. I don't know what that means. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. You gotta be kidding me.
Hey, check this out. Google Stadia.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah, got him. Got him. That was awesome.
Everybody hates
Jesus.
me.
That's Google Stadia goes.
Everybody hates me.
Freaking Google Stadia. All right.
Games for impact. This is for the socially woke people. Not really like it matters. Gris, apparently. I don't have any idea what any of these games are, so fuck it. We're moving on. Independent game.
That's how we review that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come on. It literally says a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. Like, no. Fuck your fucking message. I just want to play video games.
Right?
Oh, everybody is pansexual and there's no genders in the world. So this is my message.
Good job, man. You just got us like 47 dislikes.
Cool. Good.
All right.
At least we're getting some engagement.
Yeah, right? Dislikes
engagement is engagement, kids. Remember that. Alright, so the next category we got is independent game. And this one, again, goes to Disco Elysium, apparently. For outstanding creative and technical achievement in a game made outside of the traditional publisher system. Technical achievement.
$32 for this game, huh?
It looks like it's a StarCraft game from 15 years ago. And it views the same way, too. Technical achievement. God forbid we go 3D.
Yeah, I don't want to.
I get it, man. I can't knock it. It seems like a cool game or whatever, but I just think that's kind of goofy to say that it's technically achieving something that amazing. You know, I guess we can't really say until we play it. We'll have to report back.
I see nothing amazing in these screenshots, and I refuse to pay $30 to play a game like that.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'll have to see some gameplay footage, actually. So the next category we have is going to be for the plebs of the universe, and it is mobile gaming. Can you guess which one won this one? Oh, yeah.
Call of Duty Mobile with its auto-aim.
Yep.
Yep. Just point at people, and it shoots for you. So
garbage.
Such an awesome game.
Thanks, Tencent. Thanks Activision for partnering with Tencent and ruining the video game industry. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, Tencent. Thanks, Tencent.
You can hook a controller up to it.
Thanks, Tencent, for ruining everything. You money-grubbing pieces of garbage.
Well, isn't it free?
Yeah, but microtransactions. And Tencent owns, like, 40% of Activision. So they make calls like what happened with Blitzchung a couple months back. That was all Tencent bullshit and Chinese government bullshit.
Fair enough.
Yep. Okay, so multiplayer game is the next category we have, and it's for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of game genre or platform. Really?
What the fuck does that even mean?
Including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences. I don't think that that's the case in any of these. I mean, there's the one right here, I guess you could say, but that's just like
It's like you could throw that category away. It's garbage.
pretty much. So the winner for this is apparently Apex Legends, because you know they're so innovative with all their season passes. They have multiple seasons.
Freaking hate season passes. God,
They're so
it's
great.
stupid.
They're so great. Season pass used to mean everything, but now it means
Crap
oh,
for you
just
to
for
buy.
this year.
Yeah, more crap for you to buy too.
Yep. Garbage. I hate it.
Yeah, video games have definitely changed.
Oh, they sure have. Okay. Next category we have is narrative. So for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. The choices are A Plague's Tale, Control, Disco Elysium, Death Stranding, and The Outer Worlds.
Don't be Death Stranding. I would say the Outer Worlds.
Close. Not really.
Really? Not really.
Nah.
Not even close.
Disco
Is it more
Elysium
Disco
took it.
Elysium? What the?
Yep. They've got like 4 at this point.
Oh man.
You know, I'm not super surprised about The Outer Worlds because I feel like it started off strong, and I haven't finished it yet because I switched computers and I need to figure out why Xbox Game Pass doesn't want to download to this computer after 200 megabytes. That's always fun. But to be honest, The Outer Worlds kind of fell flat a little bit halfway through it. It turned into a lot of like, go here, talk to this person, and go find this item and bring it back, versus like actual enemy engagement and like exploring and stuff. Granted, it's not an open world game. It's not, the maps aren't super terribly big, but I feel like there could have been more combat mixed throughout. It's very bell curvy. I felt like there was a lot of times where there was like all dialogue quests and no action, and then there was all action quests and no dialogue kind of stuff. So I don't know. I mean, it's definitely a really good game. We can't knock it because it's not a AAA game, but it competes with AAA games for sure, and it's well worth the price, and it's a really good story. But I think it falls short and a little bit too far in order to like make it that like game of the year thing, because everybody was super stoked on that because it came out when Fallout was falling apart. They're just like, this is the new Fallout, but it's not really that. It's a good game. There's a good story behind it, but there's a lot of lull parts in it, and I don't know. It's a good game for the most part. I like it, but I definitely don't think it's narrative of the year. I would actually think that Death Stranding would probably have taken that category, to be quite honest.
Hate that game.
Totally, but like the fact that it's just like very like narrative driven, I think.
Very slow paced with just a bunch of
walking simulator.
We'll
just have to buy Disco Elysium and see what happens.
No.
No.
No, we won't.
Nope, not gonna do it. I can't do it.
I mean, you want to drop $30 on something that I'll watch some gameplay, but I just don't see it being
ZAUM, you heard it now. Send us a promo copy, we'll review it. All right. We have a wide audience base, and they'd love to hear what we have to say about our review on the game. Honest, good-hearted, soul caliber review. All right, so the next category we have is ongoing game.
This is why I never get picked for jury duty. I have my biased opinions, and I stick to them.
Guilty. That guy's guilty. Next category we have is performance. Apparently, we get to judge performances, voice actors, and stuff under.
It's gonna be that stupid game again. You know what game I'm talking about.
Weird. There's some pretty cute girls here. There's some pretty attractive guys. There's one unattractive guy. I mean, if I was a girl, I'd say he's mildly attractive, but that's why I'm not saying cute.
This conversation got slightly uncomfortable.
All right. So the next category we have is performance, and this one is awarded to an individual for voice over acting, motion, and or performance capture. Which you don't know any of these people, so just guess the game on what you got.
I'm not gonna do that either.
All right. Well, it looks like it was Mads Mikkelsen from
Never would have got that. Not even close.
From Death Stranding.
Oh God, would have got that part.
But this is the interesting part. Norman Reedus, the poster child for Death Stranding, the one they've been pushing like no tomorrow.
That's
Norman Reedus didn't win. Some side character won. That's really weird.
It's rigged.
You must be a really good character.
I blame it on Russian interference.
Okay, so yeah, that's the performance category. I don't really know why that's a thing, but sure. Next category we're going to move to is role-playing game. So this is for the best game designed with rich player character customization, progression, including massively multiplayer experiences. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah. No. I don't know what game it would be. I know it's not Call of Duty because there's not really tons of character customization in that game.
Yeah,
Probably
I
something
guess
stupid.
to be
like
fair, there
Fortnite.
really hasn't been too many role-playing games where it's like fully customizable. I mean, other than
yeah.
the Outer Worlds. And I think that's why Red Dead didn't show up on this, because even though that's a role-playing game, it's not a unique role-playing game. Like, they give you the character that you're playing as, unless you're playing online, which is a different story, but that doesn't really have a story to it.
I like that game.
What?
Red Dead.
Oh yeah.
We'll
We'll
have to
talk about that a little later on. Okay, so role-playing game looks like Disco Elysium took this one again.
Jesus. Guess we're gonna have to look at this game, see if it's worth crap or what.
Yeah, I'll probably take a look at it since I'm more of the RPG dude. I'm surprised that the Outer Worlds hasn't won that one though, because that was probably one that would have probably won if Disco Elysium wouldn't have taken it, because that's true character creation. Like, you just build a character from scratch essentially, and you can pick how you want to be, and there's multiple different ways that you can fight in combat and stuff like that. So it's just like, I'm surprised that one didn't take anything at all. So all right, so looks like the next category we're gonna move to is score and music, and I'll save you the trouble. Looks like it's just Death Stranding, that one on this one.
Jesus.
I
How
don't
does
know
it win
why.
awards? It's a horrible game.
But
It's a
this is
horrible game.
this is score and music, so
I don't
must be-
care. You don't buy a game for freaking music.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You buy CDs and download things.
Spotify.
Your
YouTube.
Spotify's and your
Spotify, that shit.
that other stupid app.
Spotify, that hoe. Okay, so the next category we have, other than score and music, we're moving on to sports and racing. For the best
boy.
traditional and non-traditional sports and racing games. Let me tell you,
Traditional and not traditional.
it's not realistic at all.
Well, it's got to be like Need for Speed or Forza.
No, it's even worse than that.
Oh God, what's that? Asphalt Legends.
Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled.
Hell yeah,
Crash Bandicoot.
I could get down with that.
Yeah, but for the best traditional and non-traditional sports and racing games, are you kidding me? A fucking cartoon game?
Definitely non-traditional.
Why isn't Dirt Rally winning?
Because Dirt Rally is garbage.
Really?
Well, I got the first one, and it's a full-on simulator, and it can be very difficult to even navigate the cars without just completely destroying them. And then they came out with Dirt Rally 2.0, and I don't know. It got a bunch of really bad reviews. I guess people complaining it was too arcadey.
Well, Codemasters produced that game or developed that game, and they did Grid. I enjoyed playing the first Grid. I didn't play the second one. Or wait,
Well,
I think I played the second one. I didn't play the. No. Yeah, I'm right. I played the first
Which
one.
one
I
was
didn't play the second one. God damn.
Dirt 3. That was a decent one. But
Never
like
played-
right around Dirt 4 and Dirt Rally, they got weird. Dirt 4 wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. Dirt 3 was way better.
Alright, so the next category we have in the VGA stuff is strategy games. And I'll just save you the trouble on this one too, because I don't think you've heard of most of these games. Looks like it's Fire Emblem Three Houses, apparently.
Why not 4?
I don't know.
Why not 4 houses?
I haven't played it. I'm not going to play it. Because it looks like it's... The color... the picture is literally a drawing of an anime character. Like, it's literally a screenshot from an anime show. Like,
No.
I don't want to deal with that. Like, no, I don't want to play that kind of game. I mean, some people do, that's cool, whatever. But you know what? I want to actually see visuals, graphics, and stuff, not just RPG, manga, anime scenes drawn where the character just is making some weird expression every time you click the A button. It's like, oh, you know what I mean? Those kind of like RPGs that are just like mostly reading through dialogue the entire time, and it's just drawn scenes in the background. There's not actually any animation.
No, I don't, because I play regular games.
Alright, this one will completely blow your mind. This category is VR AR game. For the best game experience playable in virtual or augmented reality, irrespective of platform. Can you guess it? I bet you won't.
I'm thinking. They screwed it up when they threw in the... I don't know what any of the alternate reality games are, but if I had to make a Kick VR.
Kind of like Guitar Hero for VR,
What the?
but
Alright,
it's
I don't
like
know.
you play to the beat.
Oh, it's that. What is it? Not Beat Saber. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Beat
I
Saber.
don't have that game.
Beat Saber takes the VR AR game award, apparently, because it's garbage. And that concludes all of the awards. So, obviously, this is a hugely biased list. Don't take it for granted that this is the actual gamer representation of the community and how they think of games, because there's only been about 8 games in this total thing that's been mentioned, to be quite honest. Well, I guess you could say like 15, but those are just thrown in there for extra credit and just for fillers, because obviously Death Stranding is going to win everything. No, it didn't. But
Amazed
you know
it
what I'm
didn't
saying?
win Best VR game.
Death Stranding?
Yeah. Why not?
It's a VR game?
Yeah. Well, it won a bunch of other awards it didn't deserve. So
Oh, shots fired.
freaking hate that game.
Anyways,
Oh,
so that is going to be the video game awards recap, whatever you want to say at this point. It's a lot of garbage, a lot of bullshit, but apparently that's what the gamers like. So,
It seemed like it was all garbage to me, but
no.
they were.
Interesting that more games aren't on there compared to how many games are actually out there, especially on PC. Like,
We have 20 games we can pick
You
all
know,
the rewards from.
It just blows my mind that they put Beat Saber, which it's a decent game. I had it. It wouldn't work with AMD graphics card. I returned it, but I did watch some people playing it, and it seemed all right. You know, it seemed like it could be fun if you incorporated your own music to it. But with games like, I mean, I guess
Boneworks wasn't out when we did this.
right, but Arizona Sunshine, even though the 2017 game is far better than Beat Saber, man.
The thing is that's the mass majority phenomenon. You know, that's why Guitar Hero got big, because stupid motherfuckers that don't know how to play the actual instruments are just like, oh, I'm playing the real guitar. It's so cool, and I love it. And oh, look at, I'm an actual Jedi in Star Wars, and like, it's just so dumb. But that's what the sheep like. So that's you got to take that into consideration with all this stuff. Is that the 60% of the people voting are casual gamers, guaranteed. Well, maybe not 60, maybe like 40% of people are voting don't actually play games of their own decision. It's just a lot of,
Oh, this is the best game. We have to buy it and play it. Oh, it's so good. Oh my god, I love it.
meanwhile they're playing Death Stranding. You know what I'm saying though? Like, a lot of this is very skewed. It's not actually accurate to the player's voice as they claim. It's very critic driven. So, unfortunately, that's what we have to deal with, just like everything else in American society these days. So, I don't know. What are you going to do? Take it with
Not play those games.
take it with a grain of salt. Play the games that you like, and tell people about the games that you like. Otherwise, we're just going to get shit like Apex Legends Season 12 skins. Pay
Death
50
Stranding.
bucks. And we're going to get Death Stranding 5, where you're walking across Antarctica, and now the ice is slippery, and blah blah blah. And you're gonna get Forza 7 or Forza 12, where you're running around as a half-naked she-male Bandicoot Crash fucking goddamn furry, for God's sakes, because they're trying to be inclusive. Did you see what they did with Forza 4 or Forza
No.
Horizon 4?
No.
You can, as a dude, you can wear a skirt
What the?
because they're trying to be inclusive. You gotta be
Character
like, you don't even
customization, bro.
fucking see your character at all. Like, you don't. And they're just like, oh, we need to make sure this is inclusive. And people are freaking out about that. But then it's just like,
So he's a closet squirt. Or
oh my
skirt.
fucking god, dude. So bad. Anyways, this will be in the outtakes, but.
Pretty horrible. Not gonna lie.
So, anyways, that's been the 2019 Game Awards review of the awards winners, and for sure, DJ and I both agree that it's been kind of garbage. But you know what? Don't ask the real gamers. Ask the critics. Ask the cash games, because they know what's up. Not the real gamers. All right, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more KILLAZ.INC content. We're gonna peace out at this point, and we'll catch you on the flip side. TJ, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of the KillCast. Say bye
man.
to the people.
Not gonna do it.
All right, people. See you later. All right, this is KILLAZ.INC, KillCast podcast, and we're signing out. Catch you on the flip side. Peace.